Our world is a web of interconnected beings. Plants, insects, animals, all dependent on each other for survival. And of course, we humans are part of this intricate mosaic. Each of us is a beautiful individual thread, separate and singular, woven into the tapestry that is this world. What keeps this tapestry from unraveling? Who does the behind-the-scenes work that keeps the Earth healthy, our bodies functioning, and the cycle of life revolving? It turns out that billions of hidden beings promote their own survival while helping us with ours. From breaking down what we eat into nutrients, to creating food like wine, beer, and bread. From lowering carbon dioxide levels in the air, to serving as the base of food chains in the ocean. And of course, generating the very oxygen we breathe. As you see, they are very helpful. I'm talking, of course, about the microbiome. These are interconnected communities, little worlds of their own, composed of individuals who, like us, have different appearances, different jobs, and different goals. Some of these worlds live inside our bodies, constantly jostling each other as they influence one another's behavior and try to find some sort of balance. Picture a bustling New York City street on a weekday morning. Really tiny. Let's zoom in on one of these worlds. The microbiome and the human gut. Our intestines harbor a diverse community of trillions of microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, and viruses, to name only the most well-known residents. So how many of these little creatures are tucked away inside of us? Turns out that about 50% of our bodies consist of non-human cells. And we know that their genes outnumber our human genes by a factor of 100, inside our own bodies. The advent of DNA sequencing brought about a revolution in our understanding of the human microbiome. Nowadays, when a sample from inside our bodies is analyzed, every microbe present can be identified, so that we know where they are found, what they do, and who they do it with. And not surprisingly, where there are innovative technologies, cutting-edge analytical approaches, and life-saving expertise, there you will find Weitzman scientists. One such scientist, a renowned trailblazer in understanding the microbiome in our gut, is the Weitzman Institute's very own Professor Eran Elinov. Those of you who know of Eran are probably familiar with his research together with Professor Eran Siegel. This pair showed that each individual has their own metabolic fingerprint, thanks to the unique collection of microbiota in their gut. And that diversity affects body function. For instance, one person can eat ice cream without their blood sugar skyrocketing, but experience a strong negative response to tomatoes. And another person might have the opposite reaction. We are only beginning to understand all the ways that we are influenced by these microbes. But it is now clear that the gut microbiome is so essential, humans cannot survive without it. The microbiome helps train immune cells so that they can differentiate between harmful pathogens and harmless substances. It protects us against dangerous foreign microbes and keeps them from infecting us. Some of our gut bacteria helps us to synthesize essential vitamins. Our microbiota can influence metabolism and weight regulation. And the microbiome also affects our brain through the gut-brain axis, which can influence mood, behavior, and even cognitive function. It sure does a lot of great stuff. Except when it doesn't. Because it turns out that we humans often harm the health of our microbiomes, which in turn impacts our own well-being. It is now common knowledge that eating processed food, living with stress, taking antibiotics, sleeping poorly, and being a couch potato can all affect our microbiome by lowering the number of beneficial bacteria in our gut. Professor Elinov believes that our microbiomes have such a tremendous influence on us that he has coined the term the human meta-organism, a combination of human and microbial cells that have evolved together. That makes us and our gut the ultimate collaboration. And to think the gut microbiome is just one of the tiny worlds that lives inside us. Let's hear from Aviva Rotter-Moskowitz, a PhD student in Professor Ravid Straussman's lab in the Department of Molecular Cell Biology. She studies a whole different microbiome world that lives in our body. one that makes a big difference in health and disease.